I'm alive and I'm home, and we'll do a quick recap because I've had people go, "Where are you? Are you okay?" See, no voice. Yeah. So, Sturgis 21 is in the books. I'm doing this with my phone because the GoPro is somewhere. I'm not sure. It's probably in the RV. Can you hear that? My first video home, and there's a dude. Okay. Anyway, so that's back to. So many people I met up there were like, the noises during the videos is hilarious. I'm like, not when you're trying to do a video. But so this is me after 18 days on the road. I got home last night, showered, didn't shave because I wanted to share with all of you. Yeah. Oh, I'm a full insurance salesman now. Look at that. I got the whole band teacher. That's what I'm going for here, band teacher, when you got, Anyway, so I'm going to shave my head again now and get back to normal. My face muff is out of control. It's getting a little wide, but no maintenance. You see, my job requires that I ride that line between millennial hipster beard and full face muff. So I'm going to have to bring this back a bit into alignment because I have full work starting in tomorrow. Some funny stuff. Left the chip on. I got the old man on the road on Friday. Loaded my stuff Friday night. Hit the road Saturday morning. There's a whole bunch of other stuff I'll cover in future videos, but this is just, I'm alive, I'm home, and we're just going to chat for a minute. Hit the road Saturday, did about 800 miles and stopped somewhere. I stopped in Kansas City, however far that is. Fine and dandy. Hit the road from Kansas City, and I would not let myself use the restroom unless the diesel pump was in the truck. I was that militant about making time. And I got to Manchester, Tennessee, kind of a late night, because it just took forever that day. There was a lot of accidents and crap along the way. It took forever. And hadn't eaten anything. Get ready. But like gas station snacks. I pull into Manchester and I'm like, ooh, there's some noises in my tummy area. And I got the stabilizer down, the water hooked up, power hooked up. Got the slide out and was like, oh, something's wrong. And I went inside and I had food poisoning. You gotta laugh or cry, right? Because I'm still struggling with it. So I had got food poisoning on Sunday and spent all of Sunday night worshiping the porcelain god in my RV alone, like going like scared. Like I'm like in the fetal position going, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Going, do I need to go to the hospital? Like it was just pains in my stomach and So I woke up Monday morning. Again, I got to get all this shit home. I got to get the rig on the road. I still got another 800 miles to go. And Monday morning I woke up going, oh, I can kind of live. Was able to struggle through dumping the black tank, taking care of all the stuff and get ready for storage. Got everything put away and I made it home last night. So I dropped the rig at the storage lot. Bikes and everything's still in it. And then this weekend I'll go get it, bring it here and unload it. But man, like last year I came home with COVID. This year I got freaking food poisoning on the road. Like I've sinned in my life. I know I have. And I'm punished every time. So that's basically it. I'm home and safe and sound. It was a blast. I've still got videos to upload. I've got a 2.7K, what they call max view recording of riding Needles Highway. The file is damn near 30 gigs, so I could not upload it up there. Just impossible. So maybe I'll do that today. I don't know. I'll work on that because I got my laptop and I got real internet now. So yeah, so that's it. No major bad occurrences. No accidents, either pulling or riding. I can tell you the stats are, it's roughly 5,000 miles there and back. That's pulling the RV, which I hate that. It's exhausting, man. I don't know, those of you out there have RVs. You're at a 36-foot bumper pull. You're like this for freaking days. Like it's exhausting. So that's 5,000 miles. I put 1,000 miles on Johnny Cash the first few days I was there. Then DeBeard came in, and DeBeard rode the Mrs. bike. So I couldn't change. The Grafeo pipe did not work out. I'll take a picture of the back of my calf, but it basically roasted the back of my calf because it's pretty and it's performance and it's not made to go 90 mile an hour for a 100-mile stretch. So coming back from the Badlands at like roughly Wall, you're basically, westbound and down hard. So we were running 90 for about 105 miles, and I was dancing trying to get my right leg away from that pipe, put it up on the lower or whatnot, and I've got not so much burns as a nice griddle mark on the back of my calf. Just the radiant heat off that pipe just roasted me. So that's got to change for actual day-to-day use. And then when DeBeard left, I did jump on the CVO and rode it the rest of the rally. So that was probably another 900 or so I put on those. So it's a good rally. I mean, anytime you're putting damn near 7,000 miles on, yes, I know some of it was with the trailer, but I put on about $2,000 on the bike. So that was a lot of fun. A couple updates I'll do in future videos, some great conversations. I met some amazing people. I mean, people that I've known and loved for a while via the channel, but I actually got to meet them in person, and I will not remember everyone's name, so I'm not going to go through because, Debbie Lovelace is there, and she's as much of a porn star in person as you expect her to be. Not really. She's a very sweet lady, but the name is great. So we met Debbie Lovelace. We met a bunch of other people that I'm not going to call out. One person I will call out is I met Lady Timberwolf, and she is as awesome as I expected. Not to call out age, but she's got many decades in the saddle, and she rode up there on her crossbones. And we are maybe talking about working something out where this Purple Nightmare, she wants it. She actually has been building bikes and tinkering for decades on bikes. She kind of wants it. And so I'm like, it wouldn't be even, of course. We're way far apart in value, but we may work something out in the next several months with the flipping the chopper and a whole stack of cash for that crossbones, because you guys know I want another crossbones. The missus does too. The other thing is future things. Besides, we'll do some Sturgis recap stuff as I remember it, and some funny stories that damn near kill you. I mean, hilarious stuff happens every year. But I'll schedule a live stream and we can talk too sometime in the next week or two. So the next major project actually isn't going to be the chopper. Not that I'm getting rid of it right away, but that's going to probably be put off a couple months. I've been thinking more and more, and I've gotten a lot of feedback from you guys too, about turning that into something that I would really ride on a regular basis. So some of you know we bought that bike brand new in 2014 for my old man, and he rode it for a couple years before we realized his legs just don't work. Whole other story, but he needed to be on 3 wheels, so he got a trike for medical reasons. And so that's been basically sitting there. Ride it every once in a while. When a friend would come in town, that would be the bike that we let people use. Runs perfect. So it's a 2014 with a 103 and a 6-speed. Great bike. But it's not my style. I'm not into the Elvis Presley 1950s look. I like ape hangers. I'm not crazy about those long shots. It's just not for me. And so I've been thinking more and more about, instead of dumping a bunch of money into the chopper, let's put a little bit into that guy and make it pretty slick. And I saw some stuff up during the rally that I'm like, oh man, this could be real cool for pretty small amounts of money. So we're going to put some apes on that guy in the near future. We're probably going to change out the front wheel, probably chrome the forks, maybe change the exhaust to some fishtails, and we're going to make a cholo bike out of that, or a Vikla as it's called on the West Coast. So that'll be fun. And then after that, we'll do the chopper, and maybe we'll do a little swapping for the crossbones, but that's what's coming up. But I just wanted to check in because I got some legitimate concerns, like, where are you at? We haven't seen vlogs from you. We haven't seen the videos from you. Well, I've been driving for 3 days, and I know that I did some videos driving up there, but that was more testing to figure out how to do it. It worked okay. That's all I can say. It wasn't the greatest thing because I'm stupid. That's all there is to it. But I'm home. Look forward to a whole bunch of cool stuff in the very near future, some live streams. We'll get back to normal, but I need to get my head on straight, rehydrate from all the chemicals I put in my body over those 2 weeks. And so thanks a ton for worrying about me. It means the world to me. Love y'all. Take care of each other. We'll talk real soon. Bye.